Let's learn another built-in function. This built-in function is called input, and it allows us to pause and wait for the user to enter some input, something that the user types, and then that information will be saved to a variable. And as we talked before, variables are a name given to a piece of data. And the way this structure is going to work is the input statement will cause the code to pause, ask the prompt, what's your name? Then whatever the user types will be stored in the variable user once they hit enter. Input is the key word that triggers this function to work, this built-in function known as input. Additionally, whatever you put between the parentheses and use the quotation marks around will be the string literal displayed for the user. Look familiar? That's because it is exactly like the print statement we've done earlier. A new vocabulary word is concatenation. Concatenation is when we talk about merging, in this case, text together. More on different types of concatenation and different things we can do much later when we talk about string theory and what a string is in our next lesson. But we are going to use two special symbols to merge things together inside of our print statement. We're going to use the plus, which just smushes everything together, and we're going to use the comma, which provides us a space and then adds things to the end. Look at this example where we have our user gets input, what's your name prompt, and when the user types their name, in my case it would be Dan, in the first top yellow, what we would do is you notice that we have the variable user here. Notice it's spelled exactly the same as user in the input statement. The value from that input statement is stored in the variable user, and there aren't quotation marks about it. It's not going to literally print the string user. It's going to print the value of user, which in this case is Dan. So it's going to print Dan and then is cool, all on one line, right next to each other, completely smashed together. That's the way the plus statement works. It actually smashes them together. That's not exactly what we want. So if we went to the green prompt here, or the green line of code next, and we said print user, it would print Dan, and because we use the comma, it would give us a space. So it would say Dan space is cool, and it would look much cleaner to the user. When we can also kind of flip this, and on the purple one, I have cool comma user, so it would say cool space Dan. This one, however, would look very strange. The orange one would say cool Dan with no space. So it's really important to get that space in there. We're going to now go to the Python playground, and we're going to do the next activity in the Python playground. 1 second, please. Let me fire up the Python playground, and we are now going to welcome and name. In this activity, your job is to first print welcome to Pioneer Python, the name of our page. Then you're going to ask for the username with this input statement that it gives you, and then store it in a variable called user. So I'm going to start with the easy one. I'm going to zoom in a little bit for you. And I'm going to print welcome to Pioneer Python. I wrote a little code, so I'm just going to test it, see how it looks. It looks like it's doing exactly what I need it to do. Then I'm going to go to my next line, and I'm going to say user gets, and then I'm going to use that input statement. I made a variable called user. I'm going to store in this line of code right here. And I'm going to try a little cheat. I'm going to take this code and I'm going to copy it. And I'm just going to paste it right in. Oh, shoot. Pasting is disabled on this page. Type your own code. We do that intentionally so that you have to actually practice typing. So I'm now going to type the command input. Notice how it does all the completion with the open paren, close paren, starts the parenthesis, or starts the quotation mark, ends the quotation mark perfectly. I'm going to type, please enter your name. Notice how it ends with a question mark, but that's right, I'm doing it differently. So I'm going to run this code, and I'm going to say, please enter your name. I'm going to type in Dan, and yet nothing happens. You can see it does put it on this line. So it does say, welcome to Pioneer Python. Please enter your name, Dan. It just takes that name, stores it in a variable, and it does put it in the output box. Now for this last command, I'm going to print welcome, then the name of the person. Notice it's really hard to see, and it is a little tricky. The welcome, print welcome is not supposed to have a comma. And so it is a little tricky, but I'm going to put a comma here. And then the name is going to be in the variable user. I'm going to go comma again. And then I'm going to add, you will learn a lot of Python, a lot about Python here. Now, when I run this code, please enter your name, Dan. Welcome, Dan. You will learn a lot of Python here. Notice how it puts it all on one line. That's because I wrote this print statement just like this, and it concatenated all of these, including the variable on the same line, adding a space. Just for fun, I can switch that comma to a plus sign and watch the difference. When I run that code, notice how it just smushes it all together. Now, I could solve it a different way. I could add a space there, and run it. Dan, and it works. Which one is better? It depends. It's fine. Both are fine for this assignment. Now, I think I've got this down now. I did a great job. I tested it. I tested it after each step, which is a great way to program. Write a little code, test it. Write a little code, test it. Now, I'm going to test my code and see if it passes the test. I click on test code, and one of the things fails. One of the tests fails. It says, greets the entered name correctly. Please enter your name. And this one says, please enter your name, colon versus question mark. So again, every character matters. It's really important that you get it right. Is it work now? I wrote a little code, so I'll test it. It looks right. There is a weirdness with the space here, but that is going to be okay. This, however, is not okay. So notice this weirdness, like right there. I admit that's a little bit of weirdness having to do with the way Pyodine works, the tool that's generating the Python code behind the scenes on this website. But this version looks perfect. So I'm going to write test the code, and boom, it passed all the tests. I bet you know what you're going to do next. That's right, submit this code, and this is the graded activity for this lesson. Great work, everyone.